Please be seated. May the meditation of my mind and of my heart and the words of my lips be acceptable to you, O Lord, and be a blessing to these your people. Amen. So today we have what my liturgy professor liked to call a liminal moment. Just in case you're confused, a liminal moment is that point of passing from one point to another, crossing through a doorway, a threshold. And he was always keen in our lectures, when talking about liturgy, about how every part of the liturgy, there should always be a liminal moment, a part where you knew you had arrived. So that might be the Eucharist. It might be the baptism where you pour the water. It might be the marriage where you say you are now man and wife. There are many points in our lives where we experience these moments, the passing from childhood to adulthood. And sometimes those transition periods can seem to take a long time. I predominantly work with young people and young adults. And often they're in transition within their lives, they're passing from one thing to another. And they don't know how long that period is going to take. They don't know how long they will be in a temporary accommodation, in a temporary place. So it's often difficult to engage with them because you're working with them and you're talking with them, and then suddenly they're gone because they've moved elsewhere. So today we arrive at this liminal moment in our year where we start to turn away from focusing on Jesus as a baby, as that celebration, that joyous moment of Jesus as a child. And we turn and focus towards the cross. As Bob said earlier, Easter is only 2 weeks away, as it were, when we start Lent. We head into Lent after a short period of ordinary time. Our pause is rather short this year. And in our passages we have those moments. So we have Simeon and Anna, perhaps a picture of the Hebrew Scriptures, the Old Testament, the old ways of doing things. And we have Jesus and Mary and Joseph, the new ways. And the generations come together to celebrate the birth of the child. This child who is the Messiah, Emmanuel, God with us, born to live amongst us, born to talk to us, but also born to die. Not as we die, but on a cross, so that we might live and live everlasting. So today we turn towards light. We turn and recognise that our faith is one of life but also death, one of joy but also sadness, one of light. So we light our candles today. We recall how Jesus was presented to God in the temple. And we too come and present ourselves before God as living sacrifices. Present ourselves anew as people who will follow him to all he has called us to be. To follow him with all our lives. To put aside those things that drag us down. To put aside those things that do not give us hope. Because the cross is not just a symbol of death, it is a symbol of hope. A symbol that God's love is here. That God resided amongst us. That Jesus gives us hope and love and light. And that we are called to live lives of hope and love and light, even amongst the places of darkness and difficulty. Even where we feel that we're in a temporary place, moving from one thing to another. So today let us focus on that liminal moment. Because I don't know about you, sometimes it's easy to miss those moments in life where you pass from one thing to another. It's easy to forget that you're moving on and passing through a doorway. So today let us focus on both the crib and the cross. Turn our focus to what Jesus did for us in his life. That he was born and came, and he lived, and he died. And all those things give us hope for who we are called to be. They give us hope that whatever circumstances we are in, whether if they're temporary or whether they're ongoing, Christ is with us. And that whatever we experience, he has gone through those things before us. And he is here with us now in this moment, in this liminal moment. And the way ahead may be uncertain and filled with difficulties and challenge. But Christ is our guide. So let us be confident that he is our strength. He loves us and will be with us whatever happens. So let us follow him even to the cross and beyond, to newness